Alrighty. Going live for the second time, even though it's only actually the first time. Started to do my whole intro and realized I forgot to hit going live, but you know, it's just that kind of night. Tonight's gonna be a pretty short stream. I'm off to Worlds actually tomorrow morning to get there a little bit early to help with the setup and gathering supplies and things. So my wife gets my time tonight. But I did schedule a quick Eternal match with Augustus, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to have him on to chat a little bit about Worlds and his prep, or what he's willing to talk about with his prep, or just what he thinks about the landscape of the meta. And that will kind of probably be it. So I'm going to try one of my more experimental Eternal decks. Barang Wu's been playing this, or was playing this style of deck for quite a while. This is just like an all-in deep dive list, and my goal is to just like do money and draw and like value plays. I don't think this deck is actually particularly well tuned or good, but I kind of wanted to just try it out and see how it goes. The goal really is to deep dive 2 or 3 times in the turn, and just play as much draw as I can. So Diesel, Joyride, Quality Time, and then just play solid econ cards, Astrolabe for even more draw, Record Reconstruction for the IG matchups, or any of the like Archives Poison matchups, Simulchip, Clot, Hush, just as tech pieces, Hyperdriver is as kind of combo, Imp to try and deal with, this is actually more an IG, the power shutdown IG kind of thing where I can just try and imp what they install. Misdirection for tags, Viserum for almost all ice, Pichasau, a 1x Repeller, 3 SMCs, and 2 Slap Vandals, and then just a Beth and a Film Critic for some little bits of tech. And I think I'm just going to go with no change to this ob. I think I've been thinking about maybe I want a single ice wall in here, over like one of the 1-cost assets, like cut 1 commercial for an ice wall. That might actually be, we'll try that out actually. I don't feel like I ever need 3 commercial breakers, but having a singular ice wall could be good. I had a game where I had my opponent completely locked out, and I just needed an ice to put an agenda behind so they could not grab it. Let's see, and then yeah. All right, let's go. And then, yeah, in part because of time, in part because I don't know how to schedule things, I'm not going to do a long meta breakdown. I think both the Metropole Grid and Barang Wu did fantastic breakdowns. So I don't feel like I need to repeat all of their work. And I look forward to seeing what everyone brings to Worlds. What decks are people kind of most excited to see, or like things that they're expecting to kind of come out of nowhere? I'll be kind of curious to see. This is an interesting start. I think I can keep this. It's a bit of a slow hand, though. We can do better. Okay, this is a better hand, I think. It's not like an amazing hand, but it's a slightly better hand. Getting 2 hyperdrivers feels pretty good. Do I like spend a bunch of money right away? Man, I have so many econ events in here, and I just don't feel like I'm hitting them. So that's certainly something. So if I go SMC for an imp, I'll still have a credit left over for hyperdriver. Yeah, I'll imp that. And I'll install a hyperdriver, discarding a clot. But going to 0 credits feels pretty bad here. What can I play that's like more credits? I think I'm gonna ditch a propeller here and ditch Beth. I don't think Beth is terribly relevant in this matchup. Hot Pursuit. That's an interesting idea. Warm Reception is a very different style of IG. Or at least maybe it's not the immediate combo IG. I'm going to try and draw any of our econ cards. All right, we're just going to install an Astrolabe, install a Simulchip, or install an SMC because it's free. Let's just play a Proactive Rumor Mill. We'll discard a Physarum, and we'll discard an SMC. And we'll hope that I get to draw some cards off of IG here. Okay, so this is probably some kind of grindery list, which could pose some challenges. I don't actually have any recursion, which is maybe a thing I should have thought about before I went into this matchup. Okay, forced curfew. Hey, there's a dirty laundry for me. Credit, credit, laundry. Oh, but I lost my other thing. That's unfortunate. So we want the film critic quite badly. I'm not as worried about this. Let's run server 3. And we'll imp it. Discard down to 4. I think this Pietrasau is probably not getting triggered. Rashida Fire is not fantastic. We have 2 deep dives. If I can get a film critic, I'm in a very good spot. Like, this Astrolabe drawing me cards is really what I'm looking to do. Corporate Hospitality. Yeah, that's probably a card that should be pointed in Eternal. Or you give more points to CI, one of the two. I'll be interested to see if Augustus overwrites server 5 to avoid giving me the draw. But I think not doing so is correct. I have econ that's playable from this many credits. That's more or less exactly what I want. Excalibur, okay. Let's play a Sure Gamble. Actually, a Simulchip is probably more important than the Creative Commission here. And we'll discard the Hyperdriver. No, we'll discard... Yeah, we'll discard the Hyperdriver, I think. Oh, I have to discard 2 cards. Right. Yeah, that is going to be annoying. So I probably want to keep the Slap Vandal in hand. So maybe it's the other Simulchip, or maybe it's the Creative Commission. I think it's the other Simulchip. I'm going to lose 1 deep dive here. Hostile into Bladderwort. Okay. So it feels like it's going to be a race right now for me between Film Critic and just randomly losing cards to hand. Thinking. Okay, so I don't think I have the credits to go this turn, so we're gonna go Sure Gamble, Joyride R&D, no action. Let's go. Man, we missed the film critic too. You know what? We're gonna just like try and get some cards out of my hand. We're gonna use Ari for the second time this game. Okay, that's fine. We'll discard the Hush and the Slap Vandal. Bioethics and Cohort. Okay. So we're going to take 2 damage here. We lost a Deep Dive, so our win condition's kind of gone because we only have 1 Deep Dive in the deck. I'm not as worried about that, though maybe I should be, because I think I'm out of Simul Chips. No, I've got a Simul Chip still, so it's possible. Okay, so we're going to chip, get back the Hyperdriver, start turn, take some clicks. We're going to Joyride R&D. And we missed it. Okay. So we could Joyride again. We'll have 5 clicks remaining. Okay, so I think this is... Install Film Critic. Run Archives. And see if we can bait. Okay. I think we just lose. So draw. Oh, there's my... Oh, there is my record reconstructor. And we'll put the bacterial in, and I'll probably just concede after this. Yeah, not enough tech for this matchup. Yeah. Yeah, Patron is almost certainly better. Yeah, it's if I had found a Dirty Laundry, not finding a single... I had 2 Deep Dives in hand by turn 3, so probably could have won if I'd found 1 to 2 econ events. But let's swap. Yeah, I think the front company is an interesting addition. So this is Corp, and this is going to be Eternal. And this is not going to be anything exciting. This is going to be, can Augustus play Rumor Mill against me. Like, that has been the thing that has felt like the deck loses to. I'm not that worried about this matchup. So I'm just going to keep. It's a bit of a slow hand, but I think that's okay. We're going to go Border Control HQ, Spin Doctor, Resin Draw. And I'm just going to put the Rashida out on the table. If I get the value, I get the value. Yeah, I think this is fine to res. I'd rather get some value back. Yeah, this is good. The Rashida was never going to lift. That's fine. Next turn is like, is it credit Cyber? No, it's not credit Cyberdex. Fetch Stell. Okay, so this is going to be install Cyberdex, install Jeeves. Let's install the Drudge Work preemptively. Next turn is probably going to be res Jeeves, click for 4, which is admittedly a pretty slow start. But Augustus can't actually run centrals right now. I actually maybe should have just let the border control not be resed. That might have been more correct, because Augustus getting tagged is net better for me, because high profile target outscales almost everything. The only thing it doesn't outscale is paparazzi. Let me change my camera position. And I have other tech for paparazzi, basically. Let's go res Jeeves, click, 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 install Markiel. And if Augustus checks this too late in the turn, I do get a Rashida for free. Because Markiel is just kind of broken in Eternal, and it's fantastic. It's almost too late for me to not get a Rashida here. So we're playing Count Siphon as points. We're playing Liza as points. We're installing a second same old thing, so I do get a Rashida here. I'm interested to see what this sauce is going to be. Estelle Moon feels like pretty good sauce. I'm not going to like supercharge it this turn, I think. I think this is actually a pretty quiet turn of just... Oh, I did 3 installs. Oh, that's nice. We're just going to get 2 Estelle Moon counters. Now, I could pop them on my turn to get another Markiel to then go and get... to go and then get Rashida on my turn. Oh, actually, I can still do it. JNet just doesn't implement it properly. But I'd rather see if there's going to be threats here. Yeah, Citadel Sanctuary does not bother me. As kill tech, because I mean, I can just mad and then trash the Citadel, and then Augustus still has too many tags. I also have some other tech for this, so we'll see. Let's just do let's do this. Okay, Malia's quite good. And then let's just play a paywall. And we'll trash the Estelle. Actually, should probably just trash the Estelle now. I'll just get a Markiel and put him in server 8. There are points, so we'll get some of those. We now also have enough credits to actually just contest the Citadel Trace and manually trash, which I think is going to be a problem for Augustus. I also just have the kill, don't I? Non-virtual resource? Yeah. Augustus is just dead on board here. It is turn 6, so it's a little bit slow. But I think Augustus is just dead. I guess not now. Oh, but I have the other paywall. So we're just going to play some current wars. I'm going to play paywall, trash the Citadel. How do I kill? Because I don't get the extra click from Jeeves. Right? Because there's a rumor mill on the table. Thinking. Because Malia gets blanked by rumor mill as well. Oh, and the same old thing. So we're just going to make this... Okay, we're going to trash a resource, and then paywall. And then we're going to discard an SSL and an Enigma, I think. I could res the dredge work to click for 3 credits there. Yeah, so that Citadel doesn't work. That can stay. I'm going to gain 2, install a Rashida, and this is going to kill. No. Okay, so now what I need to do is res no cards. So I just go res Malia, blank the Citadel, mutually assured destruction, 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. No. Yes, we'll just get a Markiel in a new remote. And then we play a high profile target. GG. Want to hop on stream? Alright, let me make sure I have all of my stuff wired up correctly. Alright. Alright, hello Augustus. I can see you. I don't know if you're... Okay, I don't have you going out to the Discord yet, or out to that. Can you say something again?
Test 1, 2, 3. Hello, stream.
All right, you're in. Your stream should be able to hear you. If someone in stream could confirm, but I saw your voice showing up. It's not in the right channel for me. Awesome, I'm getting a Badaram Woo loud and clear. All right.
Lovely. How did stream like my very degenerate decks?
They like the IG quite a bit, and Padraig was so excited to see Eliza on the table. Though they did acknowledge this matchup was a bit fucked for you.
Yeah, I theoretically built the deck with this matchup in mind. I was pretty aware that it was not going to be enough.
Yeah.
But maybe I like having played it at least once. This is the first time I played the matchup. There are things that you could improve, like having less of my economy rely on account siphon. Is probably
yeah, for sure. I realized immediately after I read the border control, I actually was pretty happy for you to just run HQ, take a tag, and like turn on my deck. So
like I would have very heavily considered passing the border control and jacking out. But
yeah.
Like, I don't think you can like play as Liza and then do that sort of thing. So I probably just and accepted the consequences.
Yeah, I've been very happy with the Markiel tech. It's just like an econ piece that just does an obscene amount of work in this deck. It's been quite fun to take an absolute binder card and make it amazing. So
Love me some Mark. I was very surprised when I think when I started playing Eternal, Markiels were like there weren't many Markiels in the deck. There maybe was one or something. Our card's just busted.
yeah, I'm on the full play set of 3 because it's just like I'm always happy to draw it. Basically, it fits every card in the deck. I'm was the IG like I'm actually kind of curious about. We're gonna talk in this pre-world stream about everyone's favorite format for Worlds Eternal, an event that's getting literally no official events.
That's what everyone's here for, right? I'm gonna become the Eternal World Champion soon. Is that how that works?
Yeah. You'll have to finish. You'll have to finish the World Championship pretty quickly first, so there's time for the side event. But
Yeah.
and then and, and then all 8 of us will get together for the Eternal World Championship.
And how many 50-50s do I have to win then? Not many. Not many.
No, I think just 3, right? Just 3.
Oh yeah. Just collude to make it single elim and boom.
Jai, I'm not. I don't think the Battle Box thing is happening because I did not end up building it, even though I literally had the day off yesterday. But maybe if someone, I just had the terrible thought of can I fit my Netrunner collection in my suitcase, and then just do it on Wednesday. I'll get back to you on that, Jai. But yeah, I guess Augustus, I want to, everyone's been talking about Worlds. I'm not going to ask you what you're bringing or what your decks are. What things are you looking forward to about this Worlds?
Well, I'm looking forward to playing runners. They're great. I love running. Maybe is it too late to make it double-sided Swiss and I just do for one every round and land runner? That seems like a path to victory this Worlds. Playing Corpse, I'm less excited about.
That is, I do feel like I'm like, oh, I could choose between this really good runner deck or this really good runner deck or this really good runner deck, and they both beat like 4 out of 5 Corpse in the field, or maybe 3 out of 5 Corpse in the field, like handily. And then it's just like, can I find a Corp deck that beats more than 2 runners? I don't know.
If you can find a Corp that could reliably beats a single runner or 2 runners, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's true. If I could find a deck that could reliably beat Lat, I would. I would put this is the deck I would win Worlds with as my Netrunner DB publication or something. But
alas, if anyone's hoping for secrets from me, I don't have such deck. I'm just gonna hope to not have to play Corp many times in the cut, and that's how I win Worlds.
Yeah.
Just 50-50 the right side of the matchup. We'll see how it goes. Runner side, there's so many interesting things though. I know you've been hype about Kruob, not Kruob, Kruob. If only. And I was a late adopter, but I believe in Kuroshiko now. No word on whether I'll play it or not, but I certainly think the deck is a big contender and something people should be watching out for.
I'm expecting to see a decent amount of it, at least at Crown servers. I don't know how many people will bring it. It'll be one of those decks I'm kind of interested to see, like, oh, is this just what some Anarch people bring to the Crown servers thing, and then are like, wait, I kind of like this, and bring it that way or not. But
yeah, we'll see. Crown servers is going to be such a cooking pot. I imagine a lot of people will do a Sokka style thing this year. They're like, oh, my Crown servers deck went undefeated. Maybe that's the gamble I take because I have no better gambles.
Yeah. It's Crown servers is always such an interesting event because it's like no one wants to reveal secret tech, but then like everyone also wants to get a little bit of they want to get a sense of how their deck feels, and so it's like this very difficult compromise to make. So.
I got a team of VOD reviewers to go through all the match streams of Chrono servers and extract all the data we can. Very professional team we are. That's definitely happening, and we all other testing teams should be very scared of us.
It definitely is one of those things where I'm like, one day there's going to be a testing team so dedicated they send someone who's not playing the event and it's just going to go around to as many tables as they can and like collate like matchups and stuff. But like I don't really want to be in that world, and I don't want to have to start coming up with rules about that. So no one do that just because I said it this one time, please.
Playing Netrunner is pretty cool. If you're in a testing team, you probably want to play Netrunner. So I
Yeah,
think we're
that's
pretty far off that. Hopefully,
that's fair.
um,
Yeah, and also like, oh, if your top prize is bragging rights in the playmat, like that's a lot of effort for someone. So, um,
yeah. I mean, but the playmats, they're so cool.
yeah,
I'm super hype about the prizes.
yeah, I'm I there's every year we do, like there's the like 1x World Championship mat, and every year I'm like, I would like that mat though, and then it's like, oh, we never get to print that again. That's kind of sad, but I don't know. The prizes, I'm excited for the prizes. I'm very excited for the event. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's I got my bet runner filled out. Couple solid choices for. Bet runner isn't directly linked to who will win worlds, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
got three prospective world champs in my bet runner that I'm gonna be rooting for. Um,
Cool.
uh, that's like I'll try to take them down, but will inevitably fail because there is a lot more of them than there is of me.
Well, that's true of everyone but the world champion, right? Like, someone does have to come out on top. But
Very exciting times.
I want to go back to a little bit, and what's the like? I'm very curious about this IG deck. Like, is it just kind of like, hey, front company plus all of the other grinder support is pretty good and IG is good, or do you have like combo stuff as well?
Mostly it's just like trying to get cohort guidance program to like fuel your shenanigans.
Mm.
Like that seems like the set didn't impact Eternal too much, but like a couple of things that it did was uh, I IG got something out of it, right? I forget what. The corporate hospitality, which I'm also playing on this.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
um, other than that, it's just generic stuff. You eventually kill people with genetics pavilion. That's the only combo there is really.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, because I
it's
know I was like really worried this was like somehow still the nanocivic power shutdown
oh
IG.
no, yeah, that like, I'm sure that deck exists still, but like I've built it once and I did okay with it, and until there's like another big thing like Chrono servers, I'm probably gonna look to for newer avenues to kill people because the Nana Civic deck, I think it is just like strictly worse after the points,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's like well mostly it's that after the points is a lot more exploitable because like before you were rumor mill, you were good
Hmm.
against rumor mill. Right now you are not. So um,
Yeah. Yeah, Rumor Mill is like one of those cards where I'm like, I have to feel like I have to come up with a reason to not play it in a runner deck right
yeah,
now. It just feels like, okay, all of my non-anarch decks have 9 influence tax or whatever, and that's just like your only chance in a lot of matchups. Uh,
I
I
guess yeah.
guess
It actually does have
I
like
guess
the
6.
classic front company Excalibur combo. Like that
Yeah,
combination
that,
is just kind of nasty. We're not. It's not the like the MT that can guarantee that happens every turn, but it makes
yeah,
that I
yeah.
get click tax twice.
I think I might try. It's difficult because it's like, oh, I do want to try a 1x patron. I think that's probably a better call than a 1x record reconstructor, because I don't have to access any cards. I think. Oh wait, actually, does record reconstructor replace? I now need to remember my own card. Oh yeah, instead of accessing, I can just put a face-up card back on top. That's nice. As long as there's one face-up card in archives, I'll be okay.
Yeah, that actually seems like the least reliable thing of that, right? Because if I got Karambo, you just can't
Yeah,
do it anymore.
yeah. I would have to like
Um,
set up an imp combo in some way, shape, or form.
like
Um,
I'm always confused about how N6 applies to like non-paid abilities. Is that the thing that's stopping you, or I don't
oh,
really
that's a
remember.
good question. Maybe it's not stopping me anymore. I don't know. Yeah, that's very interesting. Can I
Even
use the
like
replacement effect that won't do anything?
yeah, I guess like you can pinhole when there's nothing, but that's because it's mandatory. So I
That's
don't know if
because
N6 ever
it's
applies
also
to
because it's an
mandatory.
event, and so events don't check NSIGs.
Oh
Um,
right.
that's an interesting question about NSIGs in this card.
We'll
Um,
procrastinate on resolving that question until N6 gets removed, and then we don't have to worry it.
Yeah. And then it'll just be like Eternal will become the Geist format, and it's fine. Because Geist might be able to just draw enough cards and clear enough tags against Ob to like not really care. And just like
Yeah,
install your 0 cost breaker and then immediately pop it to draw a card and make 1 to 2 to 3 credits.
I'm already pretty high on Geist, so
Yeah.
I guess Ob also will get extra more degenerate.
Oh yeah. I do kind of think it's I've been toying around with the idea of like we need to have an Eternal format with Ob and maybe CI, and then an Eternal format for like everything else you want to do in Netrunner, because I do feel like there's a lot of crowding of the whole Eternal space from those two. But I don't know.
Yeah, managing that will be a big task. I was like, I should talk to Anarcho at some point about how Eternal curation happened under them and how it can continue. Because like, as I understand it now, there's no one in charge of that thing. Or is there technically someone?
There's technically someone, but
Yeah, maybe I should talk to them.
Yeah, I'll point you to them after the stream. It's definitely something I've been thinking about, and like, hey, we could put more points on Ob and put some points on maybe corporate. Maybe just put more points on CI. I was about to say points on corporate hospitality, but you know, I think you could do some different things. There's different directions you could take Eternal, and I think they'll be interesting, especially as we approach full NSGification of the game. But anyway, thanks so much for coming on. I haven't done a bet runner in part because I feel like that would be a little bit in poor taste for the head judge. But I will say you would be on my bet runner. So best of luck. I look forward to seeing you, and thanks so much for coming on for a quick chat.
It's been a blast. Thank you for having me.
All right. I think, honestly, everyone, that's probably going to do it for me. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for this lightning fast stream. I will see some of you at Worlds. I will see some of you will maybe see me if you watch the World stream. And with that said, no stream next week. Probably a stream the week after that, but there may be some debt in terms of taking care of the house and home and hearth and family and all that stuff. So with that said, have a good night, everyone. I hope many of